Communications Authority of Kenya are one of our partners this year, and they come in with the theme Child Online Protection. And they are interacting with the children of this republic. All over you can see the classes they are holding practically with the students, so that when the children are not in the halls performing, they are able to get an opportunity to visit Communication Authority tent where we have set up, and they are being taught on the safe use of internet. We know with technology a lot of vices come in, and our children have to keep on being taught every other time on how to use internet in and within a safe environment. And we really want to thank Communication Authority for coming up with that.
We are here at the Kenya Music Festival 2022 with regard to child online protection. And we've sponsored various categories on child online protection with the objective of empowering the students with the skills, the knowledge and information about what are the threats online, how can they protect themselves, and if at all you encounter a cyber incident, where can you report and what is the help that is available to you. We are giving students, and by extension even teachers and parents, the tools and the skills for them to be able to safeguard their online experience.
What they've taught me about the internet is that there are things we should abstain from the internet, like watching pornographies. I've learned about how to abstain, like someone whom you don't know, like he's trying to catch up with your attention in the online, and also about the offline internet.
There are filtering and blocking software that you can use to actually prevent students and young people from accessing those sites. So as a parent, you can use that software to prevent your child in your home from accessing certain sites that you do not feel. And it's not just pornography. Sometimes we see a lot of radicalization online. And so when you have this filtering and blocking software, these tools, you're able to actually limit what they can see, what they can respond to, what they can access. So it allows you control over what is there. But the biggest tool always remains awareness. Awareness. When you make them aware, they will know what is right and wrong. And in the classrooms here, the students tell us, you know, our school, our ICT lab does not have that, so we're able to access this. Then we ask them, so why do you watch? They're like, no, it's peer pressure, it's 1, 2, 3, it's also curiosity. So it's important for us to speak to them. It's important for us to be aware of the tools to safeguard them, even as we look at regulation and legislation around addressing such issues. The internet gives that ability, you know, competency-based curriculum talks about creating a digital citizen who's able to thrive in that digital environment. So we are supporting that in that we are also contributing towards the creation of a digital citizen with the knowledge, skills and values to be able to use the internet for their own benefit. For example, in collaborative classrooms, for research, for innovation, for even showcasing their abilities. We see in Kenyan students do well on the global arena, whether it is in music, whether it's in research, whether it's even in arts. They are able to get that opportunity to present themselves and compete on the global arena. But then as they're doing this, there is also now that negative side that we want to tell them, you know, it's not all sunny, you know, there are a few dark clouds, and because you have access, it's a super highway of information, and because you have this access, when you go there, please know that 1, 2, 3 can happen, and when that happens, you can report to us. You can do this to safeguard yourself against those things, and so that they are able to have the skills and the knowledge and the values to be able to use the internet to drive their own development. We are going to transform this nation. The CA, our vision is a digitally transformed nation. So students are going to transform their education, transform their lives by using the internet to advance their education. And for us to safeguard that, we must give them the skills and the knowledge for them to be able to safeguard that and use the internet for their own well-being. Music is a very important mode of communication. It's in our African being. Music there's just something when the lyrics and the compositions and the melodies come together, it talks to us in a way that the spoken word cannot, in a way that a poster or a commercial would not. So when these students are composing the categories, the compositions in our categories that we are sponsoring, they are living the message. You can imagine from the very first time they presented and they escalate all the way to the nationals, there are thousands of students who are listening to their message and taking note. There are thousands as they are practicing at home. Their parents are listening and knowing, oh, no, I should not share my PIN with anybody. You know, as the teachers are listening, they're like, oh, okay, I did not know that I should not, you know, I should also not do this. So at every stage, they are evangelizing their child online protection message. They are internalizing it. And then what we also do when we come here, up and above the compositions by the students, we have classrooms like what you see behind us, and we have the classroom, and we have a game room here where we engage the students in different activities. From our classrooms, we get a lot of insight from students on what are the issues that are affecting them at the time. Very insightful, and those ones always help our advocacy and our awareness creation for the next year, because the students will tell us, remember, these are digital natives. They are born with these devices in their hands. As much as we want to protect them, they are still a little bit advanced. I'm sure a lot of us will agree that often we have had to ask our children, please come and help me. How do I do this? So how can we protect people who are above us? So one of the other things we do is that we use these forums to engage directly with the students so that they can tell us, where are we having a challenge? Where would we like to see you coming in? And so we are able to work with them to create efforts that are impactful to them.